observed the change and the evolution on the shape of airplanes, how they fly, how much they can carry, how far they can go. And in the first 60 years, you saw tremendous change. The airplanes in the 1950s and 60s looked nothing like the Wright Flyer. The next 60 years, not a lot of change visually. It was an evolution. It was a great evolution. It improved dramatically the safety of flight, it improved fuel burn, it improved distance that you could fly, it improved speed. But that was pure evolution. That great evolution hit somewhat of a stalled state over the last 10 years. And why is that? There's only so much you can extract out of that shape with the fuselage and wings. First principles physics. There's drag, there's lift, there's power that carries it through the air. You can lighten the airplane with new material, you can improve engines, and most of that gain from 1980 to today has been made through engine improvements, not through airplane improvements, not through aerodynamic improvements. All those gains have been single-digit gains. So evolution isn't working anymore. So what did we at JetZero think we would do? We would jump to revolution, change the shape completely of the airplane, using technology that has been studied for over 35 years. We're not breaking ground on something that wasn't tested, that wasn't already proven by NASA, by Boeing, by McDonnell Douglas, other companies that have studied this shape for so long. We just decided that it was time to bring that technology to market. And why did we decide that? Because technology had evolved so that materials were there to do it. Technology and flight control laws are there to do it. Today we have the advent of AI, we have composite materials. This time is ready for the future of flight. So we go from first in flight in North Carolina to the future of flight with the JetZero Z4. Fuel burn. Fuel burn is cost. It's about 1/3 of the cost that airlines endure today. That cost gets transferred to you, to me as passengers, and the airlines will have an opportunity, as Tom was saying, to offer you a more affordable, a lower priced commodity to acquire. Why? Because 1/3 of their costs just get cut in half. That also ties into emissions, which is another problem we're tackling, not just in the aerospace industry, but as humans in general. By cutting half of the fuel burn, you cut half of emissions. And I'm going to get a little geeky engineering here. Did you know that every pound of fuel you burn is 3.16 pounds of carbon monoxide you produce? Carbon dioxide you produce. CO2 is 3.16 times the weight of fuel that is burned. So when you cut fuel in half, multiply that by 3, that's the savings in carbon emissions that you're achieving. So a great evolution without even having to change the fuel that you utilize, not having to invent things with hydrogen or electric. You just have an airplane that burns less fuel. Now, how many of you really enjoy your flying experience today? I'm not one of them. Comfort is not a thing that is offered today in flying. However, that shape of an airplane offers us the opportunity to change what sitting in the tube feels like to what sitting in your living room feels like. Because now you have this wide open space that you utilize. You can give the airlines the freedom to shape it however they want on the inside. However, we were careful in dimensioning the bays or the areas of the airplane in a way that the airlines cannot squeeze as much as they do today. Why do we do that? Because they don't need to. They don't need to because they're burning 50% less fuel. So the economics are so much better that they don't need to do that, and we can constrain them by how we dimension the interior of the airplane.